Hello, you're tuning in to Uni Tunes, the show where we seek to spotlight the most talented Aussie artists. I'm Finn.
And I'm Archie. We'll be your hosts as we explore Sydney's fabulous music scene. Before we begin, we acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we're recording on, the Eora Nation, and we extend that respect to any listeners. Welcome to the show Up at Night. Before we begin, why don't you explain sort of who your band is and introduce yourselves?
Well, I'm Max.
I'm Sammy. We're part of Up at Night. Griffin and Spencer are not with us today.
Yeah, we're a band that plays our own little flavor niche of 2000s indie garage rock style. Yeah.
All right, exciting stuff. So we'll get started with just a few rapid fire questions to get to know you a little better. So firstly, how long have you been making music for?
Like, as a band, we've been making music for just over a year together, like collectively as Up at Night, but individually, I don't know how long you've been making it.
Oh, since, I don't know, playing instruments for like over 10 years at
Yeah.
this point, but making music for maybe like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, I'm sort of similar as well.
And
then-
same as for Griffin and Spencer.
Yeah.
So who is your favorite artist right now?
Well, you go first.
Well, Movements is my favorite artist. They're like consistently been my favorite for quite a few years now. I see them in concert quite a bit. But I've also been listening to a lot of Jeff Buckley at the moment, and with other, so Down Girls and Julia Jacqueline.
It's a good spread.
A lot of like, I know I said Movements to Jeff Buckley, but a lot of femme-fronted like punk music at the moment, or alternative rock music.
Yeah. And for me, I've been listening to, it's a bit of a curveball, but a lot of like traditional Irish folk music. Like, since the passing of Shane MacGowan, I was like raised on Irish folk music. Like, it's my first memory. My dad like sitting down with this acoustic guitar over here and playing Pair of Brown Eyes to me. So I'm listening to a lot of that, and then like some Nick Cave as well.
Very cool. So do you have a music-themed unpopular opinion?
Oh, I think people will say that lyrics don't mean much, and I'm terrible with lyrics. I'll forget my lyrics all the time that I write. I'll spend like a lot of effort writing the lyrics. I'll forget them when we're playing live and stuff. But I do think they matter a lot, especially after listening to a lot of like folk music and stuff like that, where it's very lyrical. And yeah, I gotta stop forgetting those lyrics.
Mine's more of production based, and I think Spencer would kill me. I also,
Yeah.
for Spencer, it's in the studio recording somewhere, but mine is that you can record drums on one microphone just fine. But I think in the studio I said you can EQ anything to sound like anything, and I could hear Spencer and Luca both thrown from the booth. It's recorded at the end of one of the songs somewhere. It won't be on any of the songs, but it's in the project file somewhere.
So what is your musical guilty pleasure?
I'm a sucker for the Spice Girls as well. I think their story is pretty crazy. If you dig deeper, there's some like actual pretty punk shit that they did back in the day. Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, Young Gravy. My like, these two years in a row was my top artist. Was like top 0.5%. And he's not even gonna crack the top 10 this year, I don't think. But he, yeah, in lockdown, I'd listen to Gasanova every day. I saw him live. He sung about 40 to 50% of the lyrics in his songs. But I didn't go there to hear him sing. I went there to see him walk around on stage and be silly. I do love the samples. The samples are great. The production is really nice. It's a bit silly. And the Anchorman spoof music video is also good.
Nice. So, how would you explain your band sound in just 3 words?
3 words.
3 words. Definitely energetic, number 1.
Individual, maybe?
Yeah,
Because we're very
I think-
different people.
I think it's that like everybody wants to be having fun all of the time. I'm very anti no drums in song because then I don't get to have fun because I'm not playing drums.
Yeah.
So like we just find a way to like have everyone be playing a fun part and just like all the time and like make it work.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just that 2 words.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
Sets over. Sets over. Go home.
That brings us to the end of the rapid fire question. So, do you want to tell us a bit about how Up at Night came to be as a band?
I actually don't know how you. Well, you and Spencer.
Sammy joined a bit later.
Yeah, I joined a few months in.
So me and Spencer met just randomly at a gig one night because in my old band he used to do the sound for us at a gig spot that we used to play at a bunch. And so I knew him and I wanted to start this new project. And so I just met him at the Gasoline Pony in Marrickville.
Classic example.
And he was there by himself. I was there with some mates who I kind of let them do their own thing. And I just hung with Spencer for like a couple hours. And I was like, yeah, man, if you want to sit in, have a jam. And I think, in actual fact, it was me and Spencer who were the first 2. Then Griffin came because he worked at the Lansdowne. We had a bunch of mates that worked and like were in and around the Lansdowne quite a bit. And then we had a drummer before Sammy, who then left. And then Sammy just...
Know each other through like mutual network of mutual friends. I just got sort of one of my best mates was like, hey, my friend is looking for a drummer. Do you want to join this band? And I was like, hell yeah. And then that's how it came to be.
And now we're all besties, aren't we?
Oh, how cute. That's lovely. Nice. Have you heard of the cat distribution system?
The
So
what?
the cat distribution.
Yeah, the cat distribution system. It's this idea online that I mean, I guess I'm part of it. That like people just have cats randomly show up at their house and it just becomes their pet for the next 10 years. And I feel like that kind of happens with drummers. I feel like there's a drummer distribution.
Yeah, there is. Hey.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I
bands.
do know about the cat distribution. Yeah. I have heard about this.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really real thing, and it applies to drummers as well. So I'm glad it hit you guys as well. Seems to have turned out.
Lovely sentiment. So you guys have a couple of demos uploaded onto Bandcamp. Sex is one of them, and it has this sort of fun tone that I feel like I can just like swim in it in the song.
Yeah.
What was your sort of intention when recording that song?
So we made that song. I think it was me and Griffin, the bass player, made that song here in this bedroom actually. And
Fitting.
it just started off as like us fucking around with like just like that's our probably most Midwest emo song, I would say. Like it's like very noodly, I guess. And there's only like I wanted a song which I didn't have to play guitar for. That was like the driving force behind that song. So I was like, we'll just make one really busy guitar part and one really busy bass part, and then I won't have to play guitar. It is a pain in the ass to play though.
Yeah, it's been like, it's not on the upcoming project. Maybe we should put it on the Bandcamp as like a bonus track.
Yeah.
It's not on there is a re-recorded version of it. And the version we play live, Max just jumps in the crowd and runs
Yeah,
around.
you sing it now.
And I sing the song, and it has like completely different lyrics.
It's definitely our most like from beginning to end, where like from like the initial idea of the song to where it is now, that is the most evolved song. Like it has gone through so many different stages. There was one point where I was like, I hate this song. We're never playing it ever again. And then, yeah, now I just don't even do anything in it. Sammy sings
Yeah.
it, and I just walk around.
It's also like a song we just never, in band practice, it's always skipped. And it's just like, we all know how to play Sex Song. Rock Up on the Day. I think we opened with it once. It was just like,
Yeah, we did at the Duke.
yeah, you weren't even on stage. We just started playing without him. It was the opening track. It was pretty good.
Great. So, you've mentioned your live show and you've been gigging for about a year, but you have an upcoming show at both the Gladstone and at the Lansdowne. So what can listeners expect from these shows coming up?
The Gladdy show is going to be sweaty.
Yeah.
Last Gladdy show. I think we're playing downstairs this time. Last time we played upstairs. And I'd say like the main, apart from the songs, the main aspect of the show is like just so energetic. It's like the first piece of feedback everyone gives is, holy shit, that was like, the energy was crazy.
And the Gladi is like home turf for us as well. Like, we've played there so many times.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we know the ins and outs of the venue, I guess. And it'll be a fun one. It'll be a lot to take in.
Well, that's exciting. On that note, when you're going into a show, is that familiarity with the venue helpful, or sometimes the energy of a brand new spot fuel the performance? What do you prefer going into a show?
I think I like playing new venues.
Yeah, new venues are always fun.
I think playing a new venue is like, as long as the sound isn't like atrocious, I
Yeah.
think playing new venues is like what I'd prefer. But I also like, I don't know, we've played the Lansdowne like 3 or 4 times at this point, and it's very nice to like, we used to practice there as well, so it's very like comfortable. I know our way around the physical building, and
I'd say like,
works.
I'd say new venues are always fun, but like there are definitely a couple oldies that we've played at a lot of times that just always will like stick in our hearts.
And there are some standout gigs at new venues where it's just been like, there's been some like borderline catastrophic like just issues.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, go down. Also, just like if the venue has a pool table,
Yeah.
that's like number one. Glad he doesn't have a pool table, unfortunately. But no, with the table.
Lansdowne does though, so
Lansdowne has a pool table. It's
Yep.
not lit. At nighttime, you can't see shit.
very difficult to see.
But it is good. It is good.
Yeah, well, okay, I feel like there's a story here. What's been your worst gig experience?
Oh god.
Yeah, but there's like the worst gig experience, not for the world, and then
Yeah.
I think Waywards or Crowbar are like,
Waywards was bad just because I broke like every string imaginable.
well, just the whole day was apparently was great from the audience perspective. It was
Sound was awesome. Like the venue sound, the mix that we had, the fallbacks, everything awesome.
and apparently our performances were good as well, which I don't know about all that, but yeah, just even from the start of the day, we like loaded in. We were like down a guitar.
Spencer had to Uber to mine to get my spare guitar and then take it back to the
And then
venue.
it was our like longest set. It was like nearly an hour long. It was new songs, and it was just like we went through. I think Spencer went through 3 different. He went through his guitar, broke a string, grabbed a guitar from another band, broke that string, and then we had to go find the like sound check test guitar, like $50 like string.
Yeah, which is like not.
Which is not it. The strings had never been changed. And yeah, it was just like, I was just so not. I was
And then-
just hoping the set would end.
Yeah. But still, it's always fun.
It was fun. It ended up being fun. It was like, oh, please, no more.
We're not gonna
Nothing
go
else.
for getting it in any hurry though. It's like
No.
that's very much in here for a while.
All right, so you've got an upcoming single called "Run." What can you give us a little sneak peek into sort of what we can expect in it, and maybe talk about the sort of videos that are associated with it as well?
Yeah, okay. Well, it's definitely one of our most like energetic
Yeah, it's very,
Right.
very upbeat.
pedal to the metal, like There's no real break in that song at all.
Even the bridge, when it like drops to just rhythm guitar, it's still like.
Yeah, it's like it's pushing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I like that as well. I think a lot of our songs have that. Yeah, and then so the content that we have behind it, like the single cover as well as all like the videos that we've made behind it as well, were all done by.
But yeah, my partner Rosie is a like costume designer, photographer, like in the sort of film world. They have very interesting like costume and production, like ideas and styling, and especially around photography and like color and grading and that sort of thing. And so we enlisted them to basically run the photo shoot and edit everything. And so we had this whole I don't even know how to.
It's like
It's just so busy and like chaotic and very saturated. There's a lot of fruit.
which is kind of us as a band.
Yeah,
Encapsulated. It's
I
like-
feel like it's a good visual representation of
Yeah.
the live show and the like general atmosphere around the band. And sort of like a lot of lace. Like Max loves to just wear a lace shirt on
Yeah.
stage.
My
A lot of lace
wardrobe is
and
literally right there. I can see 3 lace shirts.
And sort of like, yeah, a little bit of like an older styling,
Yeah.
some older and more interesting style choices.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, when can we expect a new song?
Well, Run is out this Friday.
3 days. The
3
8th.
On the 8th.
8th of March. Exciting.
Yeah, very, very pumped for that. The pre-save link is currently up on our Instagram in the link tree, so you can pre-save on Spotify or I think iTunes as well.
Yeah, everything. It's going to be out on everything.
I mean, while we're at it, you have mentioned a new song. So what can you tease for the future?
All right. Well, we've got this single coming out on the 8th of March. And then we'll be rolling out another single in mid-April. And then there'll be a bigger project. There'll be the album. There'll be the
There'll be
album.
an album, which is month, 2 months.
That's
Yeah.
like June.
Sort of,
Yeah.
yeah, end of May, beginning of June sort of time.
And then, on sad, but
Griffin's getting thrown out of the country.
yeah.
Uh,
Canadian. And we'll see where that leads us after that.
well,
It'll be good. It's sad to see him go, but we're gonna have like a big album launch party to celebrate Griffin and his involvement in Up at Night. He's coming up for this gig on Friday as well, which will be awesome to see him again. We haven't seen him in like
I haven't seen him since November 26th of 2023.
same here.
Yeah.
Since then as well. Yeah. So yeah, he's a bit of a legend, you know. He comes and goes at will. He's like, yeah.
Houdini.
Yeah. He'll appear in front of you and then vanish as quickly as he appeared.
Yeah, wow.
And then you won't
Sounds
see
like-
him for like a month.
Sounds like quite the mystery. Well, thanks for uncovering some of the mystery around what's to come. It sounds very exciting. Lots of new music, lots of live shows. So there's lots to get around.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, no worries. So brand new song. It's called Run, March 8th. And then your next show is at the Lord Gladstone. When? Could you remind us?
That night.
Same day, March 8th.
Same day.
Yeah, the-
There we
The
go.
launch.
How exciting. All right. So get around it. Thanks so much. And we'll see you around.
Easy as. Thank
All
you
right.
guys.
Thank you.
All good.
That's
All right.
all, folks.